In this lesson, we're going to talk about rotations of shapes. So we're going to be rotating. So we're going to look at the definition. A rotation, or a turn, right, is a transformation around a fixed point called the center of rotation through a specific angle in a specific direction. Each point of the original and its new image are the same distance from the center. Basically, we're going to have a center point. Our center point will always be 0, 0. We're going to take a shape, like this triangle, and we're going to spin it around that center point to give it a new spot, right? That's what we're doing. We're spinning the graph around the center point, right? So we're going to be doing a few different spins. So when you spin something, you can go clockwise, or you can go counterclockwise. And the degrees we're going to do are 90, 270, 180. 360, if it ever says 360, that's just the original. If you go 360 degrees around, you just come back to where you started, right? So we're mostly going to be focusing on these three here. So if you go 90 clockwise, so 90, so if I start here and go 90 clockwise, I land here. If I go 270 clockwise, I also get to that same point. So since they both land you in the same place, they have the same formula. Same thing with 180. If I go 180 degrees counterclockwise, I end up down there. If I go counterclockwise, I end up in the same place, right? And again with the other ones. If I go 270 clockwise or 90 counterclockwise, we land in the same place. So that's why they share formulas, right? So for each of these, what you're going to do is you take your original point, your xy that you have, and this is how you're going to change it. If you do 90 clockwise or 270 counterclockwise, you're going to switch the order and make the x a negative. If you go 180, you switch the order and make them both negative. If you go 270 clockwise or 90 counterclockwise, you switch the order and just the y is negative. Okay. Those are your formulas. These are really good to have written down somewhere, like in notebooks or on a piece of paper or something. Right? These formulas are going to be very helpful. It's going to be really hard to do it without having the formulas written down. So I would write those down. Right? So if you need to pause the video and write them down, and then do that. Right, so we're going to do some examples. So make sure you pay attention to which word it is, right? So first what we're going to do is look at it and then write down our formula. So 90 clockwise, right? CW is clockwise. Counterclockwise is CW. So 90 clockwise is this one. So y negative x is what we're going for. Next thing you want to do is write down where all the points start. So R starts on -4, 2. S is -3, -3. And T is -1, 2. Right? So we have the formula and we know where they start. Now we're going to take each point and write where the new point would be. Right? So we're going to switch the order of x and y and change the sign on the x. So this one would become 2, +4. We get -3, +3. And 2, +1. And then graph your new points. 2, 4, -3, 3. There, that's nothing. -3, 3. And 2, 1. And connect the dots. For 180 clockwise, we will write our point, or write our formula first. So we're going to do -x, -y. So we know where all our points are. -4, 2, -3, 3, and negative 1, 2. So we're just changing their signs. So this is positive 4, negative 2 now. Positive 3, and positive 1, 2. Right? So 4, 2. Sorry, 4, negative 2. 3, 3. 1, 2. We see it spun around. Okay. And 270 clockwise. We're going to change our points to say negative yx. So now we're going to switch their order and change the sign on the y. So write my originals down, and then we'll switch them. So switch the order, change the y. So the y becomes negative 2. That becomes positive 3, and that becomes negative 2. So negative 2, negative 4, 3, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. There you go. Alright, that's how you do it with a graph. Alright, so look at your formula and see what to do. So switch the order, make the x opposite sign, give them opposite signs, change the order, give the y the opposite sign. Now we're going to look at it when you just have points and no picture. So this is 90 counterclockwise. So 90 counterclockwise says to do negative yx. So if a starts on 3, negative 6, a prime would be positive 6, 3. B is going to become negative 9, negative 5. Right? For 180 counterclockwise, we'll do negative x, negative y. So a prime, so a starts at 3, negative 6. A prime will be negative 3, positive 6. And B goes from negative 9, 5, 9 to 9, negative 5. Sorry, 5, negative 9. All right, so for 270 counterclockwise, what we're going to do is we're going to take our point and make it y, negative x. So for A, 3, negative 6, we'll turn it into positive 6, or negative 6, negative 3, right? We're changing the x to be opposite. And for B, negative 5, 9 will become 9, positive 5, right? We're changing the x to the opposite sign. All right, now you try. So go ahead and give this a try yourself. So pause the video. So for 90 counterclockwise, we do negative yx. So for G, negative 3, negative 5 will become, so change the sign and put it first, and then just move the x over. So 5, negative 3. For 180, we always do negative x, negative y. So G becomes positive 3, positive 5. And for 270 counterclockwise, we do y, negative x. So y goes first, change the sign on x, so positive 3 second for G prime. And there you go. If you have any questions, you can find me during office hours.